Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving boulders. Now we ain't getting posterized, we out here making posters. And we ain't got nothing to hide, we move forward like soldiers. You better wake up for the pay stub or you'll pay up. Don't make love to the game, bruh, fuck the game up. Change up, rearrange stuff to your greatness. Famous for the way up, play the game, bruh.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top, yeah.
Welcome everyone to the show. I'm your host, Don Big. What's up? What's up? You already know the vibes. This is a place where you find new faces, new upcoming stars all the time. So today we got two special guests, good friend of mine. I love these ladies to death. Okay. And I wish I can see them more, but I can't. But anyway, they were on a show before last year, I believe, and we spoke to them for a while. And ever since, they've been doing some amazing things in the film industry. And I'm excited to have them today. We're going to talk about their new projects and projects they have done in the past and where they're going. Okay. This is, that's my thing. I want to know where they're going. Okay. And also want to thank everyone that tuned in yesterday for the Showdown Challenge. Big shout out to Katrina Santana and Joe Z for the Showdown Challenge. Everyone that tuned in and show the love. I appreciate you guys. You guys are fabulous. Okay. And tonight also we have coming on the show at 7 p.m. we have James Strokes. James Strokes played in Friday the 13th. We'll be talking to him tonight at 7 o'clock as well. So I'm excited. It's going to be a great show, folks. But now here on my panel, I got my two amazing friends. I got Diana Firefly, producer and writer, and her amazing daughter, Brit Sellers, which is a director and writer. Okay, so we're going to talk to them and find out what they got going on. Okay, so please welcome Diana and Brit to the show, folks.
Hey, Dawn.
Hi.
Hey. Hi, ladies. Hi, ladies. Hi, ladies. So, you girls have been putting in a lot of work. I've been watching, quietly, because that's what I like to do. I like to watch people from the back of the scene. And you girls have been putting in a lot of work, especially from the last time you girls were on my show. You was talking about, the new movie, was it Brothers?
Blood Brothers Life Harvest.
Yes.
Our zombie film that we're doing. It's our first live action. It's really cool.
Yes. So tell me, how has it been going with that film?
It's been crazy. We've been in post-production for about a year and 2 months now. We've got everything basically fixed and finished and ready to go. And we've submitted to several different major film festivals. And so we're anticipating quite a big response because we're proud of what we made. And we've just secured in October our first premiere, which will be in a theater called the Alamo, which is in Springfield. So that's gonna be
Alamo
fun.
Draft House. Yeah.
Okay. So I know, Diana, I've seen you put a post up that, plenty of people are looking at this film too. How does that make you feel, the fact that you have so many people eyeing your project?
I'm really grateful, and I'm really humbled. It seems like our projects just seem to ignite in the industry globally. We have so many people that jump on board our projects when we start, as well as the Discovery Channel. We had Luke Truan from the Discovery Channel. He's doing our music. We have so many stars that jump into our projects. And we were offered a sponsored podcast also. So we're kind of delving into that too. We have also been writing for Infamous Horror Magazine, which is a huge horror magazine. And lining up interviews with different places, magazines. We just got put up for an award in London tonight. It's a fashion and film industry thing. And it's just amazing because we didn't know about it. I know we have a big global reach in London, the UK, also over in Japan, a lot of things in Australia. And as you know, we both write books. She has a book that she wrote, accompanies the film Blood Brothers Life Harvest, and a sequel we're both working on. And it's very popular now in Australia and the UK. So it's just amazing.
Right. I love it. So tell me the big thing that happened to you girls in London. What
Oh
did you
my
guys
God.
tell me about that? Because I had to call the doctors to pick me up from the floor because I was shook. I was like, oh my God.
Oh yeah, they did a red carpet for us in London, and it was my friend Louise White and Aishan Dejamal and also Eugene. Um, they're celebrity hosts of their own shows, and Aishan is also she does fashion and design in Milan, Paris, and London. She travels around. She's a model and a host. Also, Louise White, she is like this fabulous host of the stars. She walks around Britain, and they got together and hosted this big red carpet event for us to talk about our book signings and our books, our new books that we had out.
That's
Also,
amazing.
my artwork, because I was raising money for breast cancer awareness. And it was just a fabulous gala event. We had like 250 people there. We had people from producers, directors, stars of music and film, and I think we had some people there that were with Elton John's backup singers. I mean, we
Ooh,
had some crazy crowd, and
wow.
we had a blast. It was amazing. I was very grateful for that. It was so much fun.
I was like, holy crap, these girls are really having fun. Oh, I was
Yeah.
so tell me about it's not the White House, but the you guys get to see the prince's house.
Oh yeah, we went to Buckingham Palace,
Okay,
and
those are
we got to see the changing of the guard. And we were staying with Aishan Dejmal. She's a friend of mine, so we stayed with her for 2 weeks, and we just ran around town. We went to the Ritz-Carlton and had high tea, which was like a fantasy thing of mine because I just love everything British. And then we went to a Jack the Ripper tour, which was like the scariest thing I ever did because of her.
That was my idea.
Oh, we were so scared. And
they abandon you after the tour in the middle of the very worst part of London. Whitechapel is still the most dangerous part of London, and we were abandoned next to an old prostitute church, and everything was closed, and they're like, have fun, good luck, and they just left.
They just left you guys there?
Us with a bunch of tourists.
It was like 11 o'clock at night
It
in
was
the
pretty
rain.
scary.
I was so
Oh,
scared.
geez.
We thought we were going to die.
The streets look like you have literally stepped back in time to Victorian London. It's just crazy. So,
Wow.
But we just love the British people. We just love London town.
But I was dressed in a purple trench coat with my top hat, so we were probably safe on Whitechapel. They're like, there goes Jack the Ripper, only she's blonde.
I want to say that because I know Diana was probably a little shook, but I know you loved that.
I had a
Brit.
blast.
I know
And
you loved it because that's more you. That's more you. You're like the creepy kind of love, scary
It was
type.
great. I knew everything that they were telling us about Jack the Ripper. I was even correcting them on some points. And I had brought a metal-tipped cane in case anyone decided to mess with us at 2 o'clock in the morning in Whitechapel. So I'm ready.
It was
Oh my goodness.
as hell because they're showing you videos of mutilated women, and then you're standing in the spot where they were attacked. Okay,
Like literally right there.
yeah, and they're like, "This is how he disemboweled this woman and all this," and you're standing right there in the dark in these old alleyways that are like from what, the 1700s,
1888, basically.
Oh my god, and it was really creepy. So.
Wow.
But we also went to an after party for Star Wars, and we met some of the people that had put together the Star Wars trilogies. And we actually met some of the people that worked on it and were stars in it. And so we did like an after party thing. And it was
we
really
had
fun.
drinks with the guy who invented the porgs.
I was like, what the hell is the porg?
For real?
He was like, I invented the porg. I'm like, porg. Oh, those little puffin creatures. Yeah, okay.
Crazy.
So how did the people in London, when you guys got there, how did they receive you guys? Was it, love?
It
was a love fest. I couldn't believe it because we met everyone and we were hugging, and they were, they knew us from line, and they said, you guys look exactly like you, you're like real people. And we're like, yeah, we exist. And it was funny because random strangers would come and crowd around the restaurants where we were, and they'd peer in at my hat and the way I was dressed, and they'd be like, oh, look, what is that? We were signing autographs.
Jack is coming back in a girl's form. Oh my God.
We were signing autographs every place. Even in the Ritz-Carlton, they were giving us like free champagne and stuff. It was really cool, Wow. And they're like, these people are like, cool producers. And we had a blast. We felt so at home. I felt so comfortable. Every place we went, all the people were so wonderful. And
so you guys were treated like A-class
royalty. It was
royalty.
Amazing.
That's amazing to experience
I did invite Tim Curry to have tea with me, but he did not show up.
Okay.
Because I knew he was there, and since he was in my film, I was like, come on, but no.
Yeah.
He was busy.
He was busy, but I was like, come on, have tea with me.
Right. That's great. So how was the feeling knowing, right? Because I know you guys don't consider yourself big known producers or superstars, right?
Not yet.
Not yet. But to have that service as those, big names that they get to go there to a different country and be asked for autographs, and pictures, how was that feeling?
We kind of get that every place we go. But because we're approachable and we're nice, we're sweet.
One time, me and Diana were just walking past. We had just come back from a steampunk convention where we were doing panels, and there was a whole class of students that were graduating, and they literally ran off of their podium and grabbed us without knowing who we were and drug us up there and took pictures with us. We're like, what's going on?
Trust me, people know you was there. People talk. And probably before you even got there, they were saying, we got some 2 Americans coming from America. They this and this and that. So the word spreads, It
was really cool. We seem to ignite excitement. Everything we do seems to get massively popular. And I have no idea why.
Because we're awesome.
Because we write things that we like ourselves. We don't write for an audience, and we're kind of like Sofia Coppola. We write to please ourselves, and we don't try to reproduce anything that's out there. We don't try to
except I am dipping my toes into the Frankenstein world.
Frankenstein world. He's writing a book kind of Frankenstein.
I can't say anything. I started it this morning and I'm having a blast. So
oh my God, good.
I'm dipping in.
It's sick. Okay.
It is sick. I'm dipping into the werewolf genre. So that's probably going to be our next film is werewolves. And it's very hot, scorching hot and sexy. So that's all I'm going to say.
Hey, see, Brittany's more like Hannibal.
Oh yeah, I'm obsessed with Hannibal at the moment.
Yes, I know you like all the creepy and scary and stuff, and I can see you being Hannibal the second. Okay, so
it was really cool to watch Hannibal because I liked how beautiful they tried to make all the murders happen. It's very artistic. I liked that. I mean, there is something to be said for the mindless slashing, but the orchestration of Hannibal was appreciated. It was very nice. Very cool.
You know what? What's funny about it? I'm watching it right now. It's playing right above us.
Oh, cool.
I love Hannibal. Okay.
Well, you know, she is a psychology student. So
yeah, I just started my master's. I'm doing forensic psychology. So
that's
as long as I don't fall in
great.
love with a cannibalistic serial killer, I'm doing good. Or become one.
I love that. I love that, Brie. That's awesome. So you guys are pushing Blood Brothers now, and I know you guys are aiming at Hollywood, certain locations to branch out this film. UK being one of those, right? London.
Yeah, we're hoping to set in motion the sequel, but you know, we're gonna have to get some funding together for that because we did this one bootstrapping it, and that's painful.
It is painful.
You know.
We've been financing as a studio. We've been financing most everything ourselves with donations and different things that they gave us and our own money. And so it's very difficult. But when you own the studio and you cast, you direct, you write,
you can make it look exactly the way you want it.
You have total control. And we're kind of like I said before, we're like Jim Henson when he first started out. He did everything himself. You know, he did everything himself, and he wrote, he did his own screenwriting, he did his own design of his characters, and he started out just doing little tiny things. And I kind of liken us to Jim Henson because we have total control in what we're doing. We write the book, and then we do the film. And as you know, we're even branching out into animation a lot with Day One Troll World Chronicles. We can see we have 3 other books that we might animate because I do a lot of things for kids. I do kind of creepy, kind of funny stories for kids. It's kind of, you know, like on the lighter side. I'm the lighter side of dark.
She's comedic and funny and darkly humorous, and she can be dark and creepy the way I get into it. But
you took the cake, really. You're the whole creepy part of everything, right?
I get it too dark. I get it so dark that you need a flashlight, and then she's like,
yeah. And I explained to her, I said, honey, you know, you do need comedic relief. So she'll say, no, it's going to be all dark and you know, it's going to have a terrible ending. And I'm like, no. Let's put a few little light sides in here.
It's like she invented our hero Dakota, who is in the zombie film Blood Brothers Life Harvest, played by Nathan Kirby. He did a great job. And she really did awesome with that because it adds a lot of spice and excitement. Whereas I just go straight into psychological horror. It needed some spice. So why don't you talk about
and she wants to, like I told her, she said, let's dye everybody's hair black. I said, no.
No. And she saved our other actor, Bobby, from having black hair. He has the signature blonde hair. And I'm like, but they don't look like brothers. And she's like, it doesn't matter. He's got blonde hair. It looks great. Leave it.
But yeah, I write comedy, and I think it takes a little twisted kind of attitude to do comedy. And my comedy is usually really gross and scary. But you know, like on our podcast, it's called Let's Scream. We have zombies that come on, and I made some of those zombie heads because it's so much fun. And I write the jokes for all my zombies to say. And I wrote Dakota's character for Blood Brothers Life Harvest to give it a lighter side. And Dakota is played by Nathan Kirby. And he's getting really famous now. He's martial arts and wrestling. And he was in
Cobra Kai
recently.
Okay.
So, yeah, he's our hero. And he's kind of like Bruce Springsteen mixed with Clint Eastwood. So he comes in and he fights the zombies and he saves the pretty girls and he turns the pretty girls into warrior women.
Wow.
And the warrior women fight against the zombies and kick serious ass. So, you know,
I love that.
The scenes that she does could be likened to Zombieland. They're exciting and dramatic and funny. And then ours would probably be I Am Legend, which is dark and serious and everything. So merging them together, you get the perfect mix. It's great.
Yeah, it's great.
Like man, so Brie, what movie horror side, like, you know, no comic, just straight horror, would you like to put out? Like, what story would you
Do you mean like an already existing movie?
Yeah.
Okay, so not one that I've written.
Right.
I would have probably done Babadook
Okay.
because I loved it. Also, it was directed by a lady who her name escapes me at the moment, but it was really dark and creepy, and I loved the cast, and I loved the subtlety of the Babadook and his style. And if I could find a freaking Babadook book, my life would be complete.
We might have to Google that. That. So, what other projects are you working on right now? Besides the one you guys are pushing.
Oh my gosh. We've got 6 books we're working on at the same time.
None of which are copyrighted, so we can't talk about them.
No, we can't talk about them. Right. And I'm writing The Werewolf right now, but we've already got the whole film. It's finished in our heads. So I'm just catching up to it with the book. Right. And we're probably going to win some awards with Blood Brothers this year. And if we get lots of awards and we get some moolah, then we can go forward with our werewolf film.
And the sequel of Blood Brothers.
We're still working on Dagon Troll World Chronicles, which will probably take another year, maybe longer, because our animation is upgraded. We just started a whole new system of animation, and we're adding 2 more stars probably to this mix. I would still like to have Christina Ricci. We tried for her last year, but we didn't have the funding, and she was busy with Wednesday and for Netflix.
With the animation, we want to upscale it to 4K, and some of the scenes don't work when you do that, so we have to go back and fix those.
But yeah, animation is something we were wanting to get into because that's a pet thing of mine, especially. I love animated films. And as you know, we're obsessed with Chinese drama and Japanese animation. So we would love to do a lot of animated films, make them dark and scary and weird and twisted. Nothing a child would probably like.
Right. I would love to see that. Yeah, definitely. Making it adult.
Yeah, adult animation is a huge market. In America and Hollywood, they have no idea. I mean, they're still so far behind that they have no idea the market value of that. It's a huge underground market. Billions and billions of people adore animated films. I mean, they worship them. They buy all of the action figures. They go to Comic-Cons dressed as their favorite characters. And I can see that in the future for one of our films like Dagon. It's going to be a global masterpiece. It's going to be like a huge deal because we have so many followers for Dagon over in Russia, the Middle East, in Japan, and Korea. Everyone loves Dagon. So,
wow.
And Dagon stars Tim Curry from Rocky Horror Picture Show and Doug Bradley, who plays Pinhead in Hellraiser, and Bryce Papenbrook from Attack on Titan and Demon Slayer.
We also have Jimi Hendrix's brother, Leon Hendrix, in it.
Which is really cool.
Awesome.
He's on tour right now in Italy, so that's really cool.
That's great. Have you ever thought about doing a superhero type of film, but creepy? I mean, I can see Brit. I can see Brit putting together some bad superheroes. You know, they usually be good, but bad. But
mine would be the anti-hero. It'd be from the villain's perspective, and he'd probably be in love with the superhero.
Well, Dagon is kind of our superhero. He has magical powers. He's a gangster, but he has magical powers, and he can do really strange magic. And so when he's like tramping through the forest and stuff, and a big monster is after him, and he's trying to run, he can like blow on his hand and put like this magic force fields out to protect.
I love that.
It's just really weird. And since we're very highly influenced by global animation and their films, we've picked up some things, and we have a lot of magic and fantasy. Even though he's a tough guy, he's a gangster. That's my private thing. I love gangster films. I love Humphrey Bogart and Cagney. I grew up watching all that crap, even though it was like back in the 30s and 40s or whatever. But I just love that. I had the biggest crush on Cagney and the biggest crush on Humphrey Bogart. when I was like 12, I was like, oh my God, Casablanca. So I love gangster. I love The Godfather. So this is like an animated
Yes.
gangster film with some fantasy and magic, lots of sex. It's R-rated. And
Right.
Tim Curry is the demon. He's really sexy demon. And he
Mm.
has a little pet angel that is in love with him in
Oh
the
wow.
film. So he's got his little love interest in there, and it's really complicated and amazing.
I gotta see that.
It's epic.
And
I
aside
gotta,
from all the horror, we also have Over the Hills and Far Away, which is a book
Oh
that
my God.
Diana wrote, and we're turning it into an audiobook, which is almost finished. Probably by the end of the year, it'll be done.
It's huge. We've got like 45 actors. We've got Richard Ashton from Doctor Who, and he was also in Dragonheart with Helen Bonham Carter. And I've got a bunch of stars. I've got Kirk Thatcher from Muppets Treasure Island. I've got all kinds of stars in there. I've also just added Howard Wiggins, and he's going to be Nigel the Rabbit. And it's got original score music. It's a huge production. It's been in production for about 2 years.
Yeah, when you have 45 actors, multiple takes, and music and sound effects, it gets exhausting.
It's like a film. Yeah.
yeah. So
We
you
had Steve Lee put that together.
Yeah,
for
Steve
us.
Lee from Disney. He put the whole thing together.
okay? So he's he the composer? He makes the beats, the sound.
No,
for the,
he's the sound design. He's the sound
Okay.
design guy.
He keeps
Okay.
everything straight, cleans up audio, that kind of thing.
Awesome. That's great. Well, you girls got a lot of things going on. I think the biggest thing for a filmmaker or director, whatever, it's not putting the project together. It's getting the funds, the investors to invest in the project. I've been making it my mission lately when I go to these events that I go to, red carpets and stuff like that, to connect with investors, just so that I can be able to help people that got great projects like you girls and looking for.
Great. If you find someone wants to throw some money at us, we'll listen.
Yeah, well, that's the thing that this is a process. They got to look at the project, see what you're doing. You got your whole package ready. How much are you looking for? You paying for whatever you're paying your actors, your actress, the location, pay for the location, travel fee, all that stuff to come. So, you got to have a whole package ready for these people to look at so they can say, okay, these people are professional. They're ready. They got their whole thing, put together correctly. And then they might want to say, well, let me get a copy of your book so we can read it and see what your book's all about, to see if we're willing to invest, to see if this project is really going to become an impact. Because when you're looking for investors, and an example, you're asking for $5 million for a project, they're going to say, okay, we're going to look at the project. Now they're going to figure out how they're going to make that money back, plus interest, and maybe even something in the back end. So it takes it's a process. And I tell people that all the time. Just because you're got an investor doesn't mean they're going to give you the money. Here you go. Here's $5 million and do what you want to do without them knowing how their money's going to come back. So it's a process, right? And that's the part of the business that I love the most, because I want to know the back end of the business, not just acting in front of the camera or shooting it. I want to know what the paperwork is like behind it to make it successful. To bring in, to get $5 million in for a production, but you made 30 million. We
were sitting down with some people. We were in a board meeting with my attorneys, and they were wanting to invest in Dagon, and they were talking about at the very bottom, Dagon's worth 30 million. So that was really nice.
We turned them down because
we actually
they wanted
turned
to
them
own
down.
The entire
They would have
project,
owned our film by the time we got done. So we're self-investing in Dagon right now. I probably put quite a lot in it.
Independent, but that's it's good, because if you got a hit and it goes good, then all that comes back to the pocket, right? But when you got investors, you really got to watch, because you got to make sure that money comes back. So it's a chance that you're taking with investors.
Right now all our films are free and clear. We don't owe anybody anything.
Right.
And Dagon's almost finished. Blood Brothers is finished. The audiobook is finished. We're just tweaking
it's really exciting
everything.
because this year we're actually going to have some stuff out there. Because for the past 5 years, we've been churning up screenplays and getting stuff ready and getting everything together and doing it. Now we get to enjoy it, so that's fun.
Yeah, the fruits of our labors.
Yeah, but you know, that's Bree. That's the magical part of it. The end. You know, the beginning is always the hardest part. You got to create, you got to get actors, you got to do this, you got to do that. But when you're finally done, you sitting back and you're watching at your work. That's like no words for that. That's like the frosting on the cake, as we say, you know, and then the reactions from the people that you get from the project without using big productions, you know, to market your stuff or
we've done things with such a tiny budget that and you look at these films that are thrown out there and they're awful. They're just awful coming out of Hollywood, and they have a budget of like 50 million. And you're thinking, if I'd had that budget, look at how good my film is. Everyone thinks Blood Brothers is Netflix. Everywhere, you know, online, we have all these fans that follow, and they're like, this is Netflix, right? Because it looks like Netflix. Right. It's so smooth, so slick.
We shot it on Netflix approved cameras, so everything is, you know,
right, top of the line. And I'm glad you said that, because that's a big key when you're filming is the quality of the shoot that what you're taking, you know, the angles that you take, all that is important. You know, when you're trying to look for investors, right? You're going to do a pitch. The one you send them a pitch, your pitch got to be better than a trailer. You know what I mean? Because that determines, right? When you send a pitch to one of these investors, it has to be the best, better than your film and your trailer, because that's going to determine if they're going to pick it up or not. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So you might have a good trailer, you might have a good film, but your pitching is not, it's nowhere. So, you know, you're not bringing your best pitch to these people.
And you gotta believe it. You've got to be enthusiastic, because, you know, it's like when I was talking to different people, I was talking to different investors, and they're like, we love your enthusiasm, you know, and we want to get involved. And I have never had an investor not want to get involved. And then when we sit down, I'm like, this doesn't sound good.
Because usually they'll come at you with a bunch of different glamorous, exciting things and say, we can do this, we can do that, we can do this. And we're like, yeah, and then what do you want?
Right. Right. Exactly. But you know, you know the game. You know, that's the game. You know, of course, any investor that sees potential in a project wants to be a part of it. That's a no-brainer, right? But it all depends on you guys, what you're looking for. You know, because at the end of the day,
I want to be in the theaters, because that's where you make your money. That's where you get your audience, is in the theaters. So I'm definitely looking with theatrical release.
With Blood Brothers, we're at the process of distribution after the film festival. So that's what we're going to be looking for.
We've been approached by about 15 different agents and distribution companies. So we're going to look at the festivals and see how they pan out, and then see who, you know, comes forward and says, we want to distribute. But that's something I definitely want to do, especially in London. I've got so many friends there to promote the film in London, and they said they'd do me another red carpet in London. And, you know, we entered 2 festivals in London. So I'm thinking, you know, I've got the push over in London. So I really want to do theatrical release there and here in the US. So, yeah.
Okay, good. The reason why I said what I said about investors is because I work with some investors out of Australia.
Great. They love our stuff.
Yeah. We've got a lot of Australian fans. We seem to be really popular with the zombies over there.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why I said what I said. You know, I do work with some investors out there. But again, like I said, you know, I work with certain people. You know what I mean? I don't work with everybody.
Well, Vic, you know, you get points on the back end. No.
No, I know how it works. But what I'm saying is that if you guys want to, you know, have a pitch and you guys want to just feel that water, right?
Well, yeah,
just kind of see what they say. I'm not saying you have to go with them, but just to see what they offer is, or what they think about the project. I can do that. I can send you my partner. I can send you my partner's email, and then
we'll definitely compensate you. You know, the way it works.
Yeah, we're going to next one, the Blood Brothers sequel, so we can have them preview our first Blood Brothers that we've done with X amount, and then say, you know, if you gave us more than that.
Yeah, because the second one is just as good, if not better, than the first.
Right. And it's darker.
It's darker.
Oh, Brittany, I can see Brittany all in that darkness.
It's so much fun. Actually, the creepiest character in the sequel was designed by her.
Norman. Norman is really, really sick. He's a sick puppy.
Yeah, we were doing some intense psychological stuff with that, so really exciting. Hannibal would be proud of Norman.
Norman
is that way.
They will be partners, Brie. Are you kidding me?
Norman is a really nice guy. He likes to push kids off rooftops to see what happens when they hit.
I gotta stay away from you, Diana. You might get one of those sequel moments when we're like in a balcony and throw me out just to see how I land.
Yeah, Norman could be compared to Hannibal in that he is unhealthily obsessed with one of the brothers, the younger brother Aaron, in a similar manner that Hannibal is obsessed with Will Graham in Hannibal. So kind of fun.
Oh yeah, that would be great to watch. I want to see what this is amazing, to watch you girls put stuff like this together and actually see the ending of it. I can't wait to see it because I know it's going to be a great film. I've seen you guys post up a couple of spots, Bray with the cave when you guys were in I want to see that. I want to see the cave part.
She directed that whole thing.
Yeah, I wrote that whole thing.
She wrote the whole thing and gave me pointers. I physically filmed it down in the caves. It was crazy.
Yes, I want to see that.
That's my girlfriend, Aishan, the one we stayed with in London. She's Daphne Albright, the reporter that gets eaten, and she will be at the red carpet. So that'll be fun.
Awesome! I can't wait to see. I'm excited. So, what's after Blood Brothers? What film is you guys are pushing after that?
Probably the werewolves, unless we get funding for Blood Brothers, the sequel. And it's called A Hopeless Place. Blood Brothers 2, A Hopeless Place. So, and
is that done already?
It's already written. It's already written.
Yeah, so I will go straight to that and leave the werewolf for the third push.
The werewolves have not been written yet. So we're still probably Blood Brothers if we did get the funding for that.
If we get the funding, we'd go with that one. If not, if we have to finance it ourselves, probably the werewolves because it'd be cheaper. Right. And we're going to film it right here local. And we've already got a place picked out because I'm on the lake, and the whole environment of the werewolves is going to be on the lake.
That's going to be so awesome.
Creepy islands, a lot of ghostly scenes of mist on the water. We have a lot of islands out here.
And we're going to make the wolf suits ourselves, which we know exactly how to do it, and we're planning it all out. They'll be articulated and very complex.
We did all the makeup and the zombie masks and the heads ourselves. So
wow, you guys are all the way around talented. You do it
I used to be a sculptor and an artist when I was a kid. So, it comes natural.
Most of the zombie heads in the film she designed. So
I did the zombie heads and they're really
Really?
Fun. Yeah, I did all the heads. Yeah.
That is so cool. I'm glad to get all this information, because when I go there, if I ever get to meet you guys, I know who to stay away from. Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of scary. I'm cute, but I'm scary.
Yeah, you're very scary. So is Bree. Bree's quiet, but
I'm quiet about it. She's like one of those pink-haired vampire anime girls that come bouncing out there going "Konnichiwa" and beats you over the face with something.
Oh God! Yeah,
I'm more like Light Yagami. I sit there and just smirk at everybody, casually write my death note.
See, you can look at Brit and know that she had bad intentions for you, but Diana, she smiles. You don't know what she's coming with, so that's the scary.
I may have bad intentions, but you can't prove it.
Oh boy, this is awesome.
Her Frankenstein book is so sick.
I was trying to read
reading it to me. I said, "Don't! I'm trying to eat here. I'm trying to eat breakfast for God's sake."
Yeah. Why Frankenstein?
For one thing, I've always been fascinated with it, and I recently learned that it's in the public domain anyway. So I'm like, why not? And I'm obsessed with Hannibal at the moment, so it's very Hannibal-esque, as in the style, but it's set back in Victorian London because Transylvania and whatever. So Frankenstein is now in London, and he's having fun. So
okay. So let me ask you this. What are you going to bring to that film that's different from the rest? Is there something that you're bringing that's going to be
completely different?
It is sick, and it's
also completely different.
It's fun. I can't really tell anything about it because it is not copyrighted at the moment. But it's great. It's dark.
I would have never figured. No way, but she did. So yeah,
I'm bringing the psychological elements to the whole thing. I'm making it artistic the way they did with Hannibal, and basically Frankenstein would be a more flamboyant version of Hannibal Lecter. So
I can't wait to see that. I can't wait for you to put that together. You see, you girls got great ideas, and you know, you guys are putting it together yourselves the way you want to put it together. It's not in no one's hand to say, well, you know, we're going to change this. Brie, we didn't like that. We're going to change it a little bit. You guys get to put it down the way you want, you know, which is amazing, you know, because you're bringing something out that you wrote that you wanted the people to see it the way you put it out, not someone else, you know. So
what is fun is when you have the book out too, then you have that audience, and you also have that check every month, which is great. Right. And you know, you have an audience out there that knows it's not a throwaway film; it's a book.
Yeah, and there's a lot of a stronger base, story wise and world building wise, when you have the book first, because you can have all this reference source material that you created just right there, and there's a lot more thought process than somebody just whipping out a screenplay. You know,
right?
It's really cool.
Right, Ray. See, I don't write the books, but everything I write off the head. And
also, I think it helps. I think it helps the actors because they'll be like, "What's going through my head?" And I'm like, "Chapter 4."
That's the other. Yeah, that's the script. Chapter 4. Go look at it.
Yeah, that was like the audiobook. Steve would say, "I'm totally lost," so I sent him the book, and he's like, "Oh, thank you, Diana. Oh my gosh." Now I can go page by page and figure out where the voices go and the sounds. And we got this Dennis Doyle. He's such a good composer, and he opened for the Dixie Chicks, and he did all the music for my book.
Awesome, that's great. So you girls pretty much got what you need. It's just the funding that you know. It's just the funding, and
we can get any actor there is. They just jump in. I mean, they're just like, they want to be in part of it.
But when they start throwing around numbers that you cannot possibly
I had one agent tell me $250,000 for a very tiny part, and I was like, whoa.
We're like,
yeah.
Not today, Satan.
Okay, shoot, 250,000 for that small part.
Yeah, like we could sell our house.
Yeah.
I don't know where we would live.
Right. Sell the house for just for him to say, "How you doing? How you been?" Walk that way. It's 250,000.
We've been so lucky because the actors, they can see the potential of what you're doing, and they can see how fun it is. And when you're talking to them or their agents, it's like, I really want Christina for Dagon. And we visited with her for, oh my gosh, I think we talked with them for 3 weeks. And she did very respectfully, her agent very respectfully passed because she was doing the Netflix thing.
Wednesday.
Yeah, but I want to revisit that because Winona Ryder or Christina would be perfect for a part I still haven't filled for Dagon. They'd be perfect.
Wow. So yeah, so you guys have a lot of big names in these films, which is good because investors, when they see the people that are tagged into these films, um,
They have
you
a
know,
fan base. Yeah.
right? They have a fan base. They can say, "Hey, listen, we can probably get our money back from this film. It's a great film. They put it together very well. The story is amazing, um, and a possibility that you guys can get funding. I don't see why not. I mean, you girls has putting together and the poster. Forget about it. That poster, that's something else. I mean, like the graphics on that. I'm like, who did this? Like this.
Dark
That's so,
Hoffman did that. Dark Hoffman did that. He does artwork for Hotel Transylvania. He did Hocus Pocus.
And Fear the Walking Dead stuff.
Yeah, he's a big artist in Hollywood. He does all kinds of posters, background animation, and he's a friend of mine.
that's the best thing you said. Friend of yours, okay?
Wonderful guy.
It's in the pocket.
He actually did our poster pro bono, and
Yeah.
he's just amazing.
He sent us the markups, and I'm like, oh my god! And I got so excited. I posted the markups everywhere. He's like, don't do that. Wait till I get it finished.
Well, he is something else. Okay, he does very good work. I mean, the poster itself, it's like when I look at it, it's kind of got like that superhero type of look to it. Like the Avenging Five. You know how they just post up and you got all this beautiful color, like this back here. You see how I got all those colors like that and glossy. It just captures your eye.
Yeah, he was amazing.
He's amazing. He's a sweet guy. He's a really wonderful guy.
Shut up. She said the same thing. She was amazing, but and it's a great idea. You know why? Because it captures people's eye. If they don't look at the name of it and they just look at it, the color itself, the way it's put together will make anyone stop and look at it. Because it's put together very well, and the colors and the guys, they just look like they really.
He's also doing. Yeah, he's also going to do our backgrounds. He sent me like 300 backgrounds for Dagon to go behind my character.
Oops, sorry, folks.
So Dark is definitely, and he's a voice in Dagon. We put him as one of the gangsters. So he's going to be in the animated film Dagon Troll World Chronicles. Dark Hoffman. Yeah.
That is so cool. That's amazing. I mean,
I tend to take people that are in Hollywood or in the industry or the films or whatever, and once we start talking, we become friends, and then they end up my films. Somewhere or another, they end up.
Yeah, well, that's amazing. I mean, that's kind of like what happens to me with producers and stuff when I bring on my show. They like me and they say, you know what, I have this character. I think you can play it. And they send me over the script. I read it, and then and we go from there.
Definitely, got to revisit that on my werewolf film because
you make
or even the sequel to Blood Brothers. He could be like in that as like a military guy.
Yeah, I'm thinking military.
Military guy.
Well, I got the tattoos and I got the guns.
Yeah, that's great. I like that.
You'd probably get eaten by zombies or be.
I love it.
The bad guy who eventually gets eaten by zombies. Whatever happens, you're eaten by zombies.
I'm fine.
Most
I'll be.
people are.
Yeah, the thing with me that I'm okay with anything. I am a what you call a person that it's okay with whatever's offered. I'm not a picky guy. If some actors be like, nope, well, I'm not playing this if I ain't this, if I ain't that, or won't take the position because
we had that problem with one of the actors.
Yeah, prima donna.
I don't care. I can be an extra just like I can be a background, whatever, supporting actor, whatever, I just want to make sure that the film is done and do whatever I can to make the film better or whatever the case may be. So yeah, I definitely would love to see the werewolf thing you guys are putting. I can't wait for you guys to start writing because I know it's going to be fabulous.
It's going to be very sexy, very sexy.
It'll be our hottest
like
one.
The first scene is like super sexy, and it just goes from there. But of course, as usual, it's empowerment for women.
Yeah,
everything we do is empowerment for women.
I probably shouldn't say anything.
No, don't say anything.
Don't say it. But yeah, but that's I'm just very proud of you girls. From the last time you guys were on the show, we were just talking about, you guys were putting together Blood Brothers, and now it's done, and you guys are just waiting to put it out there, and we'll see what the results are. At the end of at the end of this journey you guys are going through, and see how well it does.
It's going to do great. It's going to do wonderful. We've already had some big people want to distribute this thing, and also, it's a done deal in London because I have friends that are over at the AMC equivalency in London, so we can meet with them and talk about theaters and theatrical releases over there. And I have a lot of friends in media who will push for me. So that'll be really good.
Right. So basically, you guys looking for the investors. You guys got a certain number that you're looking for, I believe, in your head.
Yeah.
So
we're not greedy, but we do want to stay afloat.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. You ain't trying to.
With Blood Brothers, half of the budget went towards the camera. So, those cameras are expensive, and we'd like to get at least 3 more.
We'd like to have more cameras, and we'd like to get some animation equipment for Dagon. When Dagon is finished, it's going to be worth so much money. Oh my God, we're going to have so many stars, and it's like almost 3 hours long. It's animated, and animated film, when you're making it, costs anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000 a minute to make. Okay. And this is going to be like 3 hours long.
Wow.
So look how much money we've got in this damn thing. Plus we've got Tim Curry, Doug Bradley, and all these different stars. We've got so many stars. Just about everybody in the film is a star on some level. So.
Right. I can't wait to see this going on. I mean, you got all these stars there. I don't see why not.
And I want Dino Ritchie. Damn it.
And I can't see why you guys can't get the number that you're looking for. These movies and these books got potential. Got you girls right behind it, writing it, and I think that you girls are going to do really, really, really well in this industry. Your name is really
kind of the talk that's going around. I've got producer friends that have been in Hollywood for 40 years, 30 years. It's they were raised there, and they worked on some really big name films, and they contact me and they say, girl, it's gonna happen for you. I know these things. I can smell it. It's you guys have got what it takes, and they're like, girl.
And I didn't really know how to even operate the camera when we first started.
I know you did say something like that when you first came on the show. She was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just recording.
Yeah, basically. And when I showed it to some professionals, they're like, who was your director of photography? I mean, they're a professional. They look great. I mean, whoever you got, I want them for my movie. And I'm like,
they said that about your color too.
Yeah. Wow. They're like, it looks like a work of art. Every single scene looks like a painting, which is very fun. And kind of what I was
artist, coming out in her. She's like me. She's my daughter. She's an artist.
And I'll find myself accidentally copying famous Renaissance paintings in my shots, like the way the characters are posed or the way they're interacting with each other. It's just kind of fun. And also, I'll imitate movie scenes that I've seen, the way they filmed it, like the lighting. And like in The Last of Us, I didn't actually see that episode with Bill and Frank, but there is a scene where he is sitting in a strawberry garden and the sun is shining right behind him and everything is just really pretty. And I've got a shot that is identical to that before that episode ever aired. And it was just accident. I was just filming the character and he walks and he pauses and the sun peeks out from behind his neck and blurs out his face, and then he keeps
Ooh.
walking, and he blocks out the sun, and then he keeps moving, and so he's like haloed around the sun. It's really pretty. So
wow.
We have a lot of these
zombie
shots
film,
that
it's
she
weird,
put together, and they're the trees, waving, and then you hear like the blackbirds and the crows, cawing.
It's like Hannibal is artistic, so is our zombies. It's like not something you see usually, but yeah, it works.
So do you edit it, Brit? Do you edit? Oh, that's why you got you. That's why you know what you're looking for, and that's the beauty of directing. And if you can edit, then you know exactly what pictures or scenes you want to use because you're the shooter, you're the director, you're the one taking the photos, so you know exactly.
Sound design too, so yeah.
Right.
She does sound now.
And my friend Patrick Farley with Farley Productions, he also helped me with some more advanced stuff that I'm not really good at yet. So like if I was filming where it was really dark and there was some pixelation or breakage, color breakage, he fixed all that. So he did some really great job.
Luke Truan helped too a little bit.
Yeah,
from Discovery Channel.
Luke Truan helped with the sound. So basically, we got all these professionals and then my dumb ass. So we're doing great.
And you're going to get better because you're learning by professionals, and your movies are only going to get better, better, and better, and I'm excited because I'm going to be watching. Okay. I'm going to be watching these films with you girls and coming down to the red carpet to support your films. And
you love that. You got to come. We're going to have blood cocktails, man.
Oh,
and we're going to have a live zombie taking pictures with everybody. So.
Oh, I would love that. I definitely would love that.
Undead zombie. He's not alive.
Yeah, undead. I'm sorry. Undead zombie.
Oh, boy. So, Jesus Christ, where's your books? Are your books on Amazon? Like, where you got your books at? So people.
Books A Million, Walmart,
just
everywhere online.
They're in several libraries in different countries.
Mine are in Paris and Germany and Russia in libraries. It seems like libraries love my books, so they buy all my books.
Hers is like Coraline, and it's Over the Hills and Far Away by Diana
Very
Firefly.
creepy for kids.
And mine is Blood Brothers Life Harvest, which is the zombie book. And the book is very different than the movie because they kind of branch out in two different directions. And it's really dark. It's really fun to get back into the minds of the characters. And then we both co-wrote a book called Rowan and the Fell Beast, which is kind of like Game of Thrones type of thing. So it's fun.
And I'm writing one all of mine are creepy. But I'm also writing one about cats on the rooftops of Paris, and it's called Sabrina and the Cats That Saved Paris. And it's not out released yet. We are not self-published. We have a publisher in LA. And then we have my audiobook. And so, yeah, all my stuff is creepy. All my stuff is fun. And her stuff is really scary and terrifying. So,
and if you want to support us, the best way is to buy our book.
Exactly. Right. It helps us a lot.
Okay. Wow. Jesus Christ. You girls are doing so much in a small period of time. Like you said so much right now. And it's a short period. You guys started what, like 3 years ago, something like that?
About 4 years ago. And we weren't even on Facebook before that at all.
Right.
So
look at everything you have accomplished from the last time you was on my show, probably like a year ago.
Yeah,
so much.
When we've been published by Word Boost Publishing, which is really fun. And we finished the zombies, which is incredible to have something that big out, like almost out is ready. So
right.
We got a red carpet, and we didn't have to like rent a warehouse or anything. They just offered us this wonderful theater. It has reclining seats. It's beautiful. It's in the mall. It's gorgeous. There's like a bar in there, and it's just really nice.
That's where you and I are going to be at, Diana, at the bar.
I'm going to be drinking, I guarantee you.
Talking about where Brit at? She probably over there running another story.
I want to dance, and I want to drink, and I want to party because,
you deserve it. You guys deserve
all the work that we've done,
Yes, very much so. I'm excited, and where is your red carpet? Is it going to be Missouri somewhere?
Springfield, Missouri, and it's going to be at the Alamo Draft House and Cinema
in October.
It's going to be. We're shooting for the 26th. So.
Okay.
We don't have a solid date yet.
Yeah,
but,
they haven't told us exactly the date.
They want to see the absolute finished film before
and they have a horror festival right before that. So they said, "Do you want to be in the horror festival thing, or do you want to do a red carpet?" And we said, "Red carpet."
Right. Well, either way, I would love to come out there and support you guys and actually meet you guys in person for the first time. I know this is going to be a hit. I can just feel it in my soul that you girls are going to be so popular. You already are, but more than what you already are. You know what I mean? And you deserve it.
Everyone's saying, instead of just your film getting popular, you guys got popular, and we're like, well, that's the side effect. We didn't do that on purpose.
Right. So it's just great. I'm glad you girls are putting in all that work in, because it's going to show at the end. And I'm gonna send you after this. I'm gonna text you, Diana, my connect out in Australia, and
I appreciate that.
She'll definitely tell you what she needs from you, and then just test the waters. It could happen and it may not happen, but at least you have an idea of what they're talking about. And if it works for you, fine. If it don't work for you, then that's fine too.
We've always liked Australia. She was telling me, she said, I want to go see Australia.
Australia, yeah. I've never been there.
I have an actor there, actually, Brad McMurray.
Okay.
He was in King Kong, and he's an actor.
I love King Kong. There you go, Brit. There goes another thing, a King Kong movie. Something up to date, with King Kong.
Well, I don't know how to work out the logistics of making a giant gorilla suit, so
I like Godzilla.
Yeah, you can always go Godzilla style, stomp around in a miniature model.
I love monsters. Anything with a monster in it, I love it. We're watching a Chinese drama right now. They have a Bigfoot monster, and he's
literally
blue.
called Bigfoot Monster.
He's blue, and he's got like tuskers, and he doesn't look like Bigfoot at all. But I'm like, oh, I love this monster.
And then he died, and we're like, Bigfoot Monster,
We love Chinese drama.
Yeah, this is crazy. I met some actors from Japan when I went to Hollywood last weekend. The actors and directors, and I didn't get to see their work, but I did get their contacts. And one of the young ladies, her name is May Lau. She is a director, and she's posting up a film called in 24 hours. I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to take a look at it. But they come up with some great films as well. They put together, especially when it comes to King Kong and Godzilla, they're really good at that, those type of films, but definitely you guys are on the market. I can already see it. It's just a matter of time before you guys blow up, and you guys deserve it. And I'm very proud of you both. Keep doing what you're doing. Remember, you got little guy over here that is always going to support you guys. I'm always going to support you guys, and whatever you guys have that you want to promote, send it to me. I'll put it on my page. I'll promote it. If you want to get on more pages on other talk shows, I can do that as well. Put you guys with some
we love publicity. All the publicity we can get helps.
Right. And I can do that.
Yeah.
And then, I'm gonna send you over a link, email, and then you can email them. I'm gonna talk to her first. Let her know that you guys are gonna reach out and to take a look at whatever it is that you guys send her, or whatever she wants you guys to send us to take a look at.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and then whatever happens. But at least I try to help.
We appreciate it.
Yeah. So, is there anything else you want to tell the viewers?
Just buy our books and like our content, because we're on fire.
Spread the infection. The future of film is female.
Yeah, that's the infection. I'm trying to tell you, these girls are amazing. You know, so I want to thank you both for coming on here. You guys are always welcome. I love you both. You guys always make me smile when I look at you guys because Brittany's always smiling, even when she's sad. She's like, okay, so that's awesome. So yeah, so I'll see you guys next time. Uh, Send me over the dates when you guys get the final date for the red carpet, and
Definitely.
I'll try to make some time out so I can come out, fly out there, and meet you guys in person, and maybe get a book signed from you guys. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah.
That'll
We'll
be
stay up
great.
all night laughing and screaming and
No,
snoozing with it.
you're gonna stay up all night. I gotta sleep.
My friends from London are going to be there, so we're not going to sleep. We're going to be up all night.
Oh my goodness, it's gonna be a long
All
night.
night.
I'm gonna start to get ready right now. You know.
No sleep.
Okay, so any shout outs? You want to go send any shout outs to anyone?
Yeah, shout out to Dark Hoffman for designing our kick-ass poster, and for Luke Truin for writing our awesome music, and for Robert Wilson, who's a local musician who did a lot of basically all of Dakota's soundtrack for Blood Brothers Life Harvest. So
shout
pretty
out
awesome.
to Nathan Kirby, who plays Dakota. Also a shout out to Ison Dejamal, who's my friend, and she plays Daphne Albright. Also Louise White. She's in the scene with the corpse bride. She gets eaten. So.
And to Patrick Farley for helping me with editing, and to all of our zombies,
Bobby Batson,
all of our horde of zombies. You guys are awesome.
Awesome.
So hold on a second. Is the trailer out yet or no?
Yeah. Blood
Okay.
Brothers Life Harvest. You can find it on YouTube along with several sneak peeks.
Yeah, we have like 30,000 viewers.
Our short film In the Caves, which is kind of like a funny end of credits video. You know how in Marvel they always have the end of credit
Yes.
little scene, little Easter egg scene at the end. That's kind of what this is. So it's fun.
Awesome. So if I do decide to go up there, right, I'll probably be bringing my son with me. Stacks. Great kid. I'm trying to show him that other side of, you know, the industry that I'm in. He's never seen that side of me, you know, engaging into the film industry and meeting great people like directors like you guys. So I took him with me to the red carpet, and he did what he was supposed to do. He started networking. I didn't even tell him. He just started. It's in the blood.
What she does. That's what the kids do that. I mean, they just do that.
Networking, and I loved him for that. So I'm trying to bring him with. He's going with me to Vegas in April for Skate to Hell film that I'm in, and so he can start to see that side and to see if he's interested. I mean, he's a good looking kid. I'm also trying to get him into modeling as well, because he got, you know, I don't know where he got that look. He sure didn't get it from me.
If he's really sexy, we'll stick him in our werewolf movie.
Yeah. We need
Bree, you will love it. Listen, look at me, right? I'm light skinned, brown eyes. He is light skinned, blue eyes, sky blue eyes, very handsome kid. You know, so yeah, he'll look good in front of a camera. Definitely.
If he doesn't mind making out with some hairy werewolf women, we're good.
I don't think he will. You know, he's open to anything, this kid. That's why I love him so much. He's willing to work and try new things. He's never acted before, but you know, I'm pretty sure he's got the potential to do it. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I can't wait to see you guys in October. So again, the film is, you guys are trying to release it when? Blood Brothers.
Well, that's up to distribution. At the moment, we're doing film festivals and our premiere in October, which that's all you get to see until distribution comes out.
Yes. So probably distribution will be sometime in 2025.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Well, you know, I'm gonna, hopefully is before that, because I want to see it. Okay. So I'm gonna send you over that link in a little bit right after the show. I'm gonna talk to my partner out there in Australia, and then you guys can take it from there. I wish you guys the best. You guys don't need to be wished, because you guys are the best, right? And keep working, and keep coming with great ideas. You know, and I am honored to know you both. And anything that I can do to help you guys promote, let me know, and I'm there with no problem.
You're awesome, Vic.
Awesome.
So talk to you guys, girls, later. Have a good day, and I'll go on to my next show in an hour or so.
Sounds good. I'm gonna go eat.
We're gonna go eat.
All right, I'm jealous. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. So that was my good friend Diana and her daughter Brit, two amazing women, writers, directors, and their mother and daughter. Man, they got some great movies coming out. Check out Blood Brothers. It's on YouTube. You can check it out. The trailer. It's an amazing film. And you know, I am very proud of them two girls. They've been doing this for almost 4 years. And the past 2 years, they've been hustling and pushing hard to create this amazing film that they got, you know, on YouTube, and they're trying to get funding for. So make sure you guys look out for Blood Brothers. It's a great film. And oh, you are Noodles? Okay, good. Um, check out the trailer. Um, and so those two women are the ones behind that film. And you know, you put in the hard work. You put in the hard work, and at the end, you're gonna see the results. And I always say this on my show: you gotta want it. You know, you can't slack. You got to want this. There's so much competition out there right now. Everybody trying to film and come out with a film, but only the best of the best are going to make it. Only those that sacrifice and are there every day, uh, correcting their mistakes and making a better, film, getting better writers, finding a way to become the best. Those are the ones that are going to make it. You know, um, and connecting with the right people. You know what I mean? And I always say that that's big when you're in this industry. You know who you know. You know what I mean? And fortunately, they've been out of the country in London. You know, UK. They've been places where their movie is starting to make a lot of noise, and it ain't even out yet. It's just a trailer. So you can just imagine when the film comes out how much support these women are gonna get. And I'm proud to be uh good friends with Diana and Brie. They're amazing. You guys see how amazing they are. They have an all team production of women. That's like an all women production team. They do have a few men there, because of course you can't just make a movie with women. You can, but they got a few guys in their film. But it's usually a all women's production, and they're all fabulous. And and like you heard, I might be able to work with them in one of their films, maybe their upcoming film with the werewolf. So I'll be excited just to work with them, and even if I wasn't, just to stand side by side with them and just talk to them as friends, that I'll be fine with that too, because I love those two girls, that they mad humble and down to earth, and they got a great heart. And that's what I love about them the most, that they're not for themselves, they're not selfish, they're not show offs, they workers, they put the work in, and it shows. You know what I mean? Um Amy, Amy, you got the werewolf right next to you. You got a white beard. You got to turn that man into a werewolf. Yes, horror movie. Yep, they're about horror movies. Um, my other friend Sean, also a horror comedy director from Hollywood. Um, you know, tie him up in the bathroom. Tie him up in the bathroom, Emmy, by the window, and see what happens when the sun goes down. Nando, what's up, brother? So, I do have another guest coming on at 7:00. Jason Strokes, that played Jason Voorhees in Friday the 13th, among other projects that he's been on. Tune in and find out what other movies he played in. What's he doing at this present day? And the good thing is that I'm also a part of a film that he's playing in. So this is amazing. I'm going to have him on the show, interview him, but we're both playing in the same film or TV series. Okay, Pagans. So big shout out to my pagan family, Denise, Sarah, Cody Wells, Pharrell, Stuntman, Tabitha, Victoria, so many more. So many other actors. James, he'll be in this film as well. I think he'd be playing the lead role. So I'm excited to talk to him as well. He'll be on at 7:00 today. Awesome. He doesn't sound like he used to. I'm gonna act like I didn't hear. I'm gonna act like I didn't hear that one, Emmy. Woo, boy! I ain't even gonna tell him that because he'll be fighting with you for weeks. Yes, everyone, follow me. Follow me. You're something else. I'll tell you, Emmy, you're something else. But yeah, folks, thanks YouTube for watching. Tune in at 7 p.m. with Jason Strokes from Friday the 13th, among other movies that he's played. We'll be talking about that. So tune in at 7 p.m. and remember to share, and sharing is caring. I want to thank everybody that tuned in yesterday for the Showdown Challenge. It was a great show. Thank Josie for tuning in. Thanks, Katrina, for challenging as well. Thanks, Shane and Pam for judging the show. And thank all of you guys that tune in to vote as well. You guys were amazing. I'm trying to find another singer to go against Josie for next week or the following week. So anyone that wants to be a part of the Showdown Challenge, singers versus singers, inbox me, let me know so I can put you down on the list, send your date so you can go on the Showdown Challenge as well. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to let you guys go. Tune in at 7:00 with my last final show of the night with James Strokes, a.k.a. Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th, and find out exactly what he's got going on and what's rocking and rolling in his life, folks. All right, so with that, I'm going to let you go with peace, love, respect. Y'all know the vibes. Stay in the building, be in the building, and I'm out of here. Peace.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving boulders. Now we ain't getting posterized, we out here making posters. And we ain't got nothing to hide, we move forward like soldiers. You better wake up for the pay stub or you'll pay up. Don't make love to the game, bruh, fuck the game up. Change up, rearrange stuff to your greatness. Same us for the way up, play the game, bruh.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top, yeah.